Right, we're live.
Right, confirm your name please.
David.
David what?
David Pisajo.
Pisajo. Okay, and you've come here today to meet what you believe is a 34-year-old lady today, yeah? Now, so the reason we've pulled you out on an adult meet today, can I ask you to come stop in front of our bus? Stop, yeah, no harm, mate, no harm from you. Just save the wind. I'm just getting to sit on the edge, mate, and relax.
Can I sit here?
Well, it's just the wind, mate, so we can hear each other properly on the... Okay, so we pulled you out on this adult meet today. We don't believe in door knocks and coming to your house. You live with your mum? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you can understand why we're not going to knock on your door. Now, the reason we are here is because we are from Online Child Protection Team. We're from Broken Dreams. My name's Sheriff. This is Joe Hunter, and the rest of them are security. Okay, and we're going to be questioning you on your online activity regarding girls that are under 16. Okay, you know where we're going with this now, yeah? Okay, so we're going to be questioning you on one of the chat logs that we've got, but we know that you've been in contact with at least 4 decoys. Okay, I'm going to pass you over to my colleague Joe Hunter, who's now going to question you on specifically what you've been saying throughout your chats. Okay, I will say this: if you start getting aggressive, or if I feel like you're going to touch your phone and delete something, okay, I will put you under a section 24A, citizen's arrest, which will give me the power to detain you till the police arrive. Okay, I'm going to pass you over to Joe. He's now going to question you on it. I'm going to call the police. At the end of this, you will be arrested today, okay, and then you will be brought up to the justice system to answer for what you've been doing. Okay.
As my colleague just said, I just want to reiterate a couple of bits, just so you know you're completely safe with us, okay? The guys that are here with us, the security guys, are here for your protection as well as ours. So if anyone was to come, we can deal with the situation. We're here to make sure you're safe. We don't agree with what you're doing, but our main concern is keeping you safe until the police get here, okay? So you understand that. So you know that you're under you're going to be not harmed by us. This filming is for your safety as much as ours. So like was already said, with the camera rolling, we can't say that you've hurt us. Likewise, you can't say that we've hurt us. So do you understand that? And you don't feel threatened by us at all? No? Okay. If at any time you do feel threatened by any of us or any members of the public, let us know and we'll deal with the situation, okay? Yep. So moving on from there, can I just confirm you understand that we're talking to underage children? Yeah? Can you confirm the name, if I show you this, we don't want it said on camera or anything, but if I show you something, can you confirm that you're talking to this person for us, please? Yeah, you can confirm that you're talking to that child. How old do you think she is?
Well, she said she's 14.
She says she's 14. Do you know what the legal age of consent is in this country?
16.
16. So do you think it's right that you know that she's 14, now you've just told me you know the legal age of consent is 16?
No.
No. Do you think it's right the way you've been talking to her?
No.
The pictures you've been sending her?
No.
No. So why have you been doing it?
I don't know, maybe it's my head, you know.
Your head? Do you have an attraction to young children?
No, it's probably, maybe I'm a little bit sick, maybe, I don't know.
So you admit you've got a problem?
Mm-hmm.
You admit you've got a problem?
Yeah.
Your phone that's in your pocket, we're not going to take it off of you, but I don't want you to touch it, I don't want you to pull it out of your pocket or anything, okay? Just as my colleagues just asked you about the attraction towards kids, we're talking to 4 different decoys. So before you give us the answer, think about it. You cannot be talking to 4 underage kids without having an attraction to them, okay? So even though we're understanding that you've got a problem with you, the best thing to do now is admittance, and then you'll be able to get the help. This later on can be used as a live statement, possibly in the court system, which means that if they're seeing you with your admittance and your full understanding of what you're doing and grasping the fact that you have a problem, it might help you later on, okay? Okay, that's my best advice I can give you. You're calm, we're calm, we're all calm, no one's judging you, okay? We are literally just trying to get an idea of why you are doing this, okay? Before we hand you over to the police, okay?
Okay, so now you've heard all that. Just want to get back to the way you've been talking. as you can see, I've got a rather large file here. This is all the chat you've been having with just one that we know of. We know at the moment of 4. While we're on live feed, more will come through undoubtedly. They always do. So with this, you know, would you like some water? With this, you know that we know a lot of stuff, okay? Yeah, so you might as well be honest. Other than the 4 that we know of, are there any more?
No.
No, what about the 15-year-old that you said you was going to meet and have fun in the woods with on the 28th of June?
I'm not sure which one.
That's not one of ours. That is potentially a real child. That's, you told one of our decoys that you was going to meet someone the very next day. When they asked what are you planning on doing, you said go to the woods and have fun. So that's a 5th now, yeah? Okay, is there any more?
Maybe a little bit more.
How many more?
I'm not sure.
What age are these?
They're mostly 15 or 16.
15 and 16. Have you received images from those?
No.
So I just want to move you back to the chat logs that we've got here.
Only one.
Only one. So you've gone from none to 1. We know that it's more than that because you've said in these logs you've received pictures from children because you kept asking our decoy for pictures. You've got quite a fascination with young girls' breasts, haven't you?
What was the picture of?
Boobs.
Her boobs.
Right, okay.
And
so,
how old was she?
15, turning 16 this month.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Once she's under 16, it doesn't matter. How old are you?
21.
You're 21, okay. So you think it's right that a 21-year-old should be talking to 15-year-olds in the way you do?
No.
No. So going back to the questions about the pictures, when you asked our decoy for pictures, you said to her, I've got many pictures of girls your age, they all send them to me, so why shouldn't you? So again, I want to ask you, and I'd like you to be perfectly honest with us, how many pictures have you received?
That was just to tell, so she can show. Yeah.
So have you distributed these pictures? Do you know what that means? Have you forwarded them on to anyone else?
What do you mean, like showing them?
Yes.
No.
No? Because you do realise that then forms a ring. If you're sending those pictures to other people, you then become part of a ring. And do you know how serious that is?
No.
It's very serious.
You know that you're doing wrong. Yeah? When you're talking to these girls, you know that you're doing wrong. So why are you continuing? So this goes back to the original question that Sam's asked you when we go back and we were saying, do you have urges and attraction towards young girls? Now why you're saying no, I do not know, because we're watching what you're saying. So I'm going to ask you the same question again. Now it's saying you can get help for later on. Do you have an attraction to young girls? It's already a tacky situation you're in, my friend, so it can't get any worse. So the best thing you can do now is just answer the question honestly, okay?
Do you find yourself sexually aroused by younger girls?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're admitting this now, okay? So we've got the admittance. Do you feel that you need help with this?
Yes.
You do?
A lot.
You need a lot of help. So with your honesty, we can try and help you get that help, okay? So you need to be absolutely open and honest with us. The police have been called, they're on their way, you will be taken away with them today. Do you have, other than your phone, do you have any other items that can connect to the internet?
No.
Games machine?
Yeah, but I only play video games on it.
Right, and do you know how we know that as well? Because we've seen your YouTube channel. You've got a YouTube channel, haven't you?
Yeah.
So do you have young children contact you via that?
No.
You sure?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, alright. So your games machine, do you play online gaming?
Not that much.
But you do it?
I do sometimes,
do you
but
have
not that
chats on the online gaming?
Only with my friends.
Only with your friends, okay. Alright, well that machine will be confiscated and checked. Do you have a laptop? No computer that can, so it's just your phone and your games machine. Well, your house will be searched. Anything that can connect to the internet will be taken. They can go back 6 years worth of data. So anything that's on there, you've got a TikTok account?
Yeah.
You do have a TikTok account. What about any other, please don't name any other apps or anything, but other than we've been talking to you via a very well-known social media site, please don't mention names, okay? So you know what I'm talking about when I say
Yeah.
Do you have any other apps that you can talk to people on? And are you talking to people on them, or is Facebook is that social media site your one and only form of contact?
Not only Facebook.
So you use other to talk to young children?
Only as friends, but mostly I just.
But they're not. I don't understand. It's not just as friends. You can't talk to the girls the way you do, as just friends. You're constantly asking for pictures of their breasts. It's. I mean,
When they download your devices, are they likely to find indecent images or videos that you've downloaded from the internet or?
No.
No.
so you haven't downloaded anything. You've only requested from children.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like I said before, when you've requested these pictures, you said to our. Do you understand what I mean when I say decoy?
Mm-hmm.
So the person you've been talking to has been saying that they're 14, but they're not. It's actually one of us. Okay, so you've been talking to us.
Mm-hmm.
You told them that you have received images and you wanted to show her what they were. Okay, so if you was willing to share those images with another young child, can you see why we don't believe that you haven't shared those images?
Yeah, I don't understand what you mean.
So our decoy said to you, you kept asking her for pictures of her breasts. Yeah. She then said to you, like, "Oh, I don't want to send them because you might show them."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. You then said, "It's okay, I won't." But you previously said, sorry, bear with me, there's someone walking past. Sorry, for the camera, there's someone walking past. We don't really want to talk about this. She's got a young child with her. Right, so you previously said that you would show her the pictures to show her what you wanted back from her. That's distributing. Have you done that before to other children?
Not really.
You haven't? Not really.
not really.
Not really. It's not.
4 more.
4 more decoys. So that's 8 in total, is it?
I'm not sure 4, but there's more decoys.
There's more. So
And a real child.
and a real child.
That's the 15-year-old you
That's,
admitted
oh
to.
yeah, and the 15-year-old that you've admitted to. So please be honest with us. You know when you said you was going to go and meet this 15-year-old for fun in the woods, did you meet that child?
Yes, but then she just said no. So obviously.
But you still went to meet her. You've gone and met a child. Right, can I just...
What was you meeting her for? What did you say to her previously that you was going to meet for exactly?
But first we were just meeting as friends.
And
Right.
then what?
Then we just escalated. So,
Right.
So in the chat log,
To what?
to the sexual thing.
Right.
So you wanted to meet her for sex?
No, yes and no.
Yes or no? It can't be yes and no. Did you go there with the intention of having sex with a 15-year-old child?
Yes.
Right. Do you understand what rape is?
Mm-hmm.
If you had any kind of sexual contact with that real child, that's statutory rape. You then become a child rapist. Let that sink in from it. Do you understand the severity of that? And you've actually gone. Thank you for being honest with us to say that you actually have gone and met her, but that's on a different level. You've gone from talking to what we believe to be 4 decoys, as we call them, to now admit that you've actually gone and met a real 15-year-old child
Yeah,
with
but
the
I
intention. You did. You just
No,
backtracked.
we
You just
didn't.
backtracked. You
No,
just said
no,
that you did.
I actually didn't.
You just said you met her.
No, I didn't.
No, listen. Let
We
me
were
talk.
supposed to meet.
Please let me talk because I'm very good at listening. I know exactly what you just said. Okay, what you said. I asked you, did you meet her? Please be honest. Right. You then said, well, I did. But then she said we met and we got to. And then she said no. No. That's what you said.
No, I said that because you were talking about the chat.
No. We were talking about the meet.
Hold on. I didn't meet her because at first we were supposed to, but then she said no.
That's not what you said
That's
5
not-
minutes
yeah.
ago. You said that you met her.
No,
you
I
was
didn't meet
talking, and then it's all down on video. It's all.
To be
it's
fair,
all on-
even if you didn't actually go and meet her, you intended to,
Yeah.
and she put the stop
Yeah,
to it.
that's why.
You've intended
really
to,
it's
and
just
you've
as
also
bad.
just said your intentions were to have sex with her. Do you know what? I'm very rarely lost for words, but the fact that you're talking to so many, not just decoys, but many real children, I believe, you're a very dangerous predator. Do you understand what I mean by dangerous predator? You're a sexual predator. You're going to get in a lot of trouble for this. You understand that, don't you? And it's getting to me a bit that you don't look like you're bothered. You don't look like you care. Do you realise the severity of the trouble you're in right now?
Yes.
Sorry,
You don't-
Joe. Going back to one of the chat logs when you were speaking to a child decoy, you said in the chat that when you met the 15-year-old girl in the woods, that she was moaning. Is that right or wrong?
Yes, but I just said it as a, you know.
As a what?
But then a minute ago you told us that you met the girl, then you backtracked and said that you didn't
No,
meet the girl.
I actually didn't.
But you've got to understand, you're telling a lot of lies, okay? So we need to decide what we believe and what we don't believe. And at the moment, I don't believe a word you're saying.
Okay.
At the start, very grateful that you was honest with us. But I think it's sinking in now how much trouble you're in, and you're backtracking, you're stopping what you're saying. So, like was said earlier by my colleague, the more honest you are, the better it is for you. So please, understand, we know a lot more than what you think we do, okay? So be honest, that 15-year-old that you met was a real child. Okay, right, whether you met her or not, the 15-year-old that you wanted to meet, that you wanted to go and have sex in the woods with, that would have been statutory rape, like I just said, okay? But you don't seem...
Not only that, when the police actually do take you and search your devices, they are going to know whether you have met this 15-year-old girl or not anyway. So,
Right,
the
just
best
give
thing...
kids
2 seconds,
a
2 seconds.
Do you realise how much trouble you're in there?
Yeah, so going back forward, they're going to search your device and find out that you either have or you haven't met this 15-year-old girl. They're going to find this out anyway. So, best thing for you to do is be completely honest.
They're going to find you anyway and safeguard her.
Yeah, that's what will happen.
This young lady's left you
Have you
down.
still got all the chat? Do you delete your chats afterwards?
Yeah.
You do. So that's deleting evidence. That's another... If you do this after you've been caught now and you start deleting evidence, that's another charge. So be careful with what you do from now on, okay? Have you still got the chats from that 15-year-old from back in June?
No.
No. Are you still in contact with her after?
No.
So what? She blew you out and then you just thought, I don't want to talk to you no more.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. Can someone? I'm getting.
Yeah.
Arrogant pig.
Yeah.
So what did you say to them? Was you nasty to her, or what did you say to her when you said you didn't want to talk to her no more?
Well, she didn't want to talk to me, so she just blocked me.
Right, okay.
She blocked you. So when you said to us one minute that you did go and meet this girl and then she didn't want to know you. So what did she say to you then?
We've got it down.
Did she just leave? Did she say she wasn't interested or?
We're just talking. You know?
You was just talking. So you was standing there talking to the girl, yes?
We didn't meet. We're just talking through Messenger.
Right.
Okay, but
This is one thing that a lot of guys say, oh, we haven't met them yet, we've not crossed that line. You cross the line as soon as you start engaging with a young girl in the way you've been engaging. Do you understand? I'm going to tell you now, from today, your life is going to massively, massively, massively change, okay? Are we on the same level now? You understand where I'm coming from? You live with your mother. Your poor mother's now going to see what you've been up to, all right? Or your family are going to see what you've been up to. Are you getting where I'm going with this? We do this, all right? Number one, so you're brought to justice. And number two, the main reason we do this is so the man that lives next door to you and the person that shakes your hand knows the hand that they're shaking. Are you with me? Yeah? So what do you think your mother's going to say about this? Because what happens a lot of the time with people like yourself is a lot of people say, oh, he looks harmless, he's this, he's that. You know, you're never yourself until you're between four walls on the phone by yourself. And that's you living out your fantasies or your urges. So, again, what do you think your mother's going to do when she finds this out?
Freak out.
More than that.
freak out. I mean, that's if she doesn't know already.
Have you done this before? Have you been in trouble with the police before for anything? For the same thing? So you're a re-offender. So you know. When did you get caught last?
Last year.
Last year, and you're still doing it now.
What did they say? What happened?
I'm supposed to go on therapy, but unfortunately, I don't have any therapy because of the lockdown.
So when did you get?
Did you get punishment or just therapy?
I got like a punishment. I'm not sure what's it.
Sex offenders register?
Yes.
You'll go to prison.
Right, you're going to go to prison now. How did you get caught? Another team?
Yes.
Like ourselves?
No.
Right, so what happened with this? Tell me the procedure.
They just came to our house.
The police came to your house, so that it was handed in, yeah? Okay. Another courteous team that didn't come and knock on your door. And that's one thing we wanted to avoid today, because unfortunately for people like your mum and the rest of the family, they're nothing to do with what you've been doing. And the last measure, we would have done that, but you're here. And I'm glad you're here, that we didn't have to put your mum through that upset. Are you with me? You're coming across very, I don't care.
Nonchalant.
Blasé.
Yeah, you're very nonchalant. It's like, it doesn't matter. You've been caught before, and you should know what's coming your way because you've been caught before. But to me, it looks like you've escaped a little bit of punishment last year, and you think you can carry on doing it and getting away with it. You've now been caught again, and that makes you a re-offender. So the fact that was you put on a register? Did you have to? Did you get a prevention order against you?
What do you mean?
Have they given you any?
SHPO.
Yeah. Have they given you any boundaries to what you
yes.
can and can't do? Did they say you can't go online and talk to people?
Kinda.
Kinda. So
What do you mean kinda? What do you mean
Did they say you
kinda?
can't talk to under 16-year-old girls?
Yes.
Yes.
So why are you still doing it?
21. What are you doing? What are you doing at 21?
Just to remind you, because you are a reoffender, and due to the Police and Criminal Evidence Act, I will be putting you now under a Section 24A till the police arrive, alright? Okay? Because you've now stated that you're a reoffender, alright? What are you thinking? You look blank.
Nothing behind the eyes, is there?
What are you thinking? What
You got a little smirk on your face,
what
like
would
you don't think you're bothered.
What would you do if you actually got to the point where you were in a room alone with one of these girls? You would take it that far, wouldn't you? Don't say no. Come on. You've been caught. It's the second time you've done it. You've been to the police station. You're on the sex offenders list. You're back on there perving up little kids, right? And you're going to tell us honestly that you wouldn't touch them. Really?
Can I just ask you a quick question, right? So, like I said before, you understand that we're live on Facebook and people are messaging the Facebook group, letting us know. So it's just to see if anyone else has got you on their radar, okay? Something's just come through that's quite concerning. Have you got a friend that you do this with?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
100%. There's not some. You haven't got a friend that you've been using their pictures as well. No? Okay. Right.
Did you do that last time? Was you using your friend's pictures last time?
Yes.
So was you using his pictures, or was you doing it together? Did he know you was using his pictures?
You've used his pictures on this chat as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
Is that the young
Yep.
boy with the glasses?
You've used his pictures again.
Blonde-
Can we get a
blondish-
On the
picture?
show in the
Blondish hair.
You've used
Short
somebody else's
blondish
pictures
hair.
again, haven't you?
Yeah.
Right, let's just keep it quiet for a minute while these children walk past.
Tony, divert them. You are an absolute shambles. Do you understand that? When I first pulled you up, I thought, bit of credibility, you're rolling up to it. Mate, you're a reoffender. Proper scummy person. Your poor mother, and she still allowed you to live under her roof whilst you had done all this. Thought shame on the household. Wow.
Well, I think he'll be
I hope they remind you
living in
today.
prison this time.
So, sorry, can we just take the camera away for a sec? So is this the friend that you was using before?
I don't know.
You don't know him, so why have you used his picture?
What are you playing at?
Where did you get the picture from?
Facebook.
So you're using someone else's picture, okay? And that's not the person whose pictures you was using last time.
No, same.
Right, so you need to understand what you're saying. You've got to remember, a liar needs to have a good memory. You're telling lies and then backtracking. I just asked you, is that the person that you used from last year? You said no.
Yeah.
So that's the person's picture you was using from last year.
You got arrested for them using that person's pictures as well in that law, and you've done it again.
Is he your friend, or was he your friend?
Was my friend.
And why isn't he your friend now? Because you used his pictures.
He was in my college.
But does he know that you used his pictures?
Do people know about your background? Do your close family, friends? Has that all been kept quiet? Do people actually know what you're about?
Only my few friends and my family.
And then they're still your friends?
Are there children in your family?
Do they talk to
What
underage
age?
children as well? Sorry, Tone. Do they talk to underage children as well? Your
No.
friends that know about what you do?
No.
What kiddies you got in your family, mate? What kid has you got in your family?
Well, my uncles has a kid, you know, my sister.
How old?
My sister is 15.
Female.
Yes.
Should be interviewed. You realise how much trouble you've got the whole family to go through now? Social services all over the children, asking questions about, what, you're the uncle?
Is there any other children?
Yeah, my uncles.
Uncle,
But,
how old are
but
they?
we don't see them that much.
That much, but you do still see them. So how old are they?
Well, one is 11, one is
Boy or girl?
girls.
Do you have a
Yeah.
preference on age? What's your preference of age? What do you find the most attractive? 12, 13?
Do you have an age range? Is there?
Well, for my age, about as if we were talking about this, maybe 15, 16.
But the decoy you took to is 14.
What's the youngest that you talk to? Bear in mind, we do know a lot more than you realise.
13.
13. Okay. And have you arranged to meet these 13-year-olds?
No.
Have you spoke to them as in the same way that you've...
Yes.
Have you sent similar pictures? So, see, I don't like being crude on camera, but the person that you've been talking to, you've been trying to teach her how to masturbate with objects. Yeah, I'm not going to go into details because it's not for Facebook. It's down there. It's not for Facebook to say these things, but you asked her to get something and use it, didn't you? Was you doing the same to 13-year-olds? What do you think it does to a child of that age to be asked to do that?
Did that 13-year-old do it?
Yes.
And did you see her doing that? Did she prove it?
Just a little bit, but not much.
A little bit as in what?
She just like 1 minute and she just...
So you got sent a video of her doing that?
no, video.
She sent you a video of her...
Video call.
A video call
Yep.
of her... Right, can I just do... Right. So you
What
understand
was
what a
she
decoy
using?
is?
What was she using?
America. America.
She lives in America, so you're talking to people all over the world.
What was she using? What did she use?
Hairbrush.
Hairbrush. And she filmed that and she video called you and showed herself doing that. That's a real child.
Yeah.
That's a real child.
Right.
13.
Right, can I just say, you understand what we when we say what a decoy is, don't you? Right, okay. So the person that you've been talking to isn't here with us today, but the things you've been saying to us has upset her, and she would like to have just a quick word with you now. We've got her on the phone now. We're going to put her on loudspeaker. She'll just like to say a couple of words with you. So her name's Bonnie. We just want to say, Bonnie, you're free to say what you like now.
I tell you what, you've heard my voice 1,000 times, haven't you, David?
Excuse me?
I said you've heard my voice before, haven't you, David?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're absolutely vile, those poor children. Everything you wanted to do, you know, you wanted to show up and rape a 14-year-old girl at 4 o'clock in the morning. Teach them how to masturbate live on camera with a hairbrush. You're absolutely vile. You're going to go to prison, you are, mate. You're going to prison. And if you go not guilty, I'll be there. My whole team will be there.
We all will
so will
be.
all the rest of the decoys. Keep offline. You're an absolute danger to our children. Well done, guys. Smashed it. Absolutely fantastic.
Well done, Bonnie. You've done great there.
Well done, Bonnie.
Thank you, guys. Take care. Bye.
Take care.
Right, something that Bonnie's just mentioned there as well that I forgot about, that she just reminded me. The other day when you was talking to the decoy, you wanted to meet her at 4 because you thought she said that she lived elsewhere, not locally, but she was visiting family here. You wanted to meet her at 4 o'clock in the morning for sex. What, do you honestly think a 14-year-old child is going to come out and meet you at 4 o'clock in the morning just for sex?
No.
So why are you asking it? Do you understand what this does to these children? If you would have, well, you have been talking to real kids. That's the horrible, disgusting thing about it. These real children that you've been talking to and making do the things you've been doing, that scars them for life. That poor child could then go on. That could hurt her so badly. She might get. She will get depression. She'll suffer from anxiety, depression. Do you know what survivors go through for the rest of their lives because of people like you? Do you understand what it does to them? Was you abused as a child?
No.
No, so you don't know what this does to these people.
In your words, what would you say it does to them? To a child?
Into adult life.
They will probably have different life than normal people.
As in what? In what respect?
Sexually, maybe.
As in?
I don't know how to say it. Like maybe like getting pregnant early, you know, or something.
Underneath the radio.
And that's okay. What about their mental state? What do you think that would do to their mental state?
They could harm themselves, self-harm.
A lot of them turn to
Self-harm,
drugs.
that's right, yep. Drugs. No.
And you're forcing a child that's got their whole life ahead of them to live their life how they should deserve to live their life. You're now putting them in a position where they don't get to lead a normal, happy life. They don't get to live out the life they would deserve. They then go into depression. They then turn to drugs. Some of them turn to prostitution. It
affects their school life, all their relationships.
They then go into a relationship where they think it's normal to be
you're meant
abused.
to say pardon.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
They then go into
Dickhead.
relationships. They go into relationships where they think being abused is normal. Right? We're just going to turn the camera away now because you've admitted to real children. We've got a lot of safeguarding issues now. The camera's still going to be rolling, but we just need the camera just to face away from it because we just need you to write a couple of things down for us for a
Write
second.
down there the name of the real child that you've got to do that with the hairbrush.
The child in America. Do you know her name?
No.
What was their username?
Don't say it.
Yeah.
Write it.
You can if you start saying.
I
Are
really
you
don't know.
telling me that a young girl putting a hairbrush inside is not distinctive enough for you to remember her name?
You're sick.
Are you really telling me that?
so many.
How many? Have you
Not
done it
gonna do
before?
that. Stick it back on him.
So you can't remember one of that. Do you know the horrible thing is, you just brushed it off. She done it. You've forgotten about it. Oh well, one of them things. She's done it. That poor child is reliving that day after day after day. What you've done to her, she's reliving that probably now. And to you, it's just another old thing. And I'm looking at you now, and you're just not bothered. And the fact that you've done it before. So last year, was that the first time you've been caught doing it?
No.
So you're a multiple reoffender.
How many times have you been caught?
2 times.
Before?
So this is the third time you've been caught. Right.
You haven't done any jail time yet.
So this right. So the first time you got caught. The first time you got caught. How long ago was this?
5 or 6 years ago.
5 or 6 years ago. What happened then?
They put me in work experience. Would you to go like every week somewhere?
Can I just ask you one quick question? Please don't take offence to. I don't even know why I'm bothered why you're going to take offence to this. Do you have any form of learning difficulties?
No.
No, you're fully compos mentis. You understand everything. So you know right from wrong.
Yes.
Yeah. So you understand what is right, what is wrong. You understand like doing what you're doing is wrong.
Yes.
So you understand, right? Thank you. Right. So the first time you got caught, you was sent to like a training school or something.
Work experience.
Work experience. Doing what?
Community service.
Community service. You done community what, like picking up rubbish and stuff like that?
No, I was. It was next to Andix. There's a small building.
And what did you have to do?
Source stuff.
Right. So that you had to do that. So you had a slight bit of punishment. So 5 years ago you'd have been 16.
Yeah, stuff like that.
So at 16, how old was the children or anything that you was talking to back then?
16.
No, they couldn't have been, because at 16 they're legal, same as you.
Was
For
they
you to-
real children or decoys back then? Real.
Yes.
So they must have been under 16.
Yep.
Yeah.
How old were they?
Like, well, it wasn't exactly. I was looking to.
Best to just be honest, mate,
Yeah.
and tell us.
I just have done something in public.
You done something in public? What, you masturbated in public?
No.
Flashed.
You flashed in public?
What did you do in public?
Touched her.
You touched a child in public? And how old did it turn out she was?
I'm not sure it was that five, maybe 15, 16. I don't know.
She wouldn't have been 16.
You wouldn't have been 16. You still would have got in trouble for that because you've sexually assaulted someone. So yeah, you would have got.
Was it assault of
if
a
she-
minor? Yeah,
It
so
was
she was
assault-
under 16.
She was under 16. Right, so that was the first time. Was you... Sorry, there's more children walking past. I'm just going to cut the... touch you. We didn't do anything, did we? While the camera was on the floor. Thank you. Right. So the first time you got caught, it was for sexually touching someone.
Yeah.
At the same time that you'd done that, was you talking to people online?
No.
So that was your first experience, and did you like it?
No.
You didn't like it, so why did you do it again?
I don't know. It's
What? After
So
the
you
first
actually
time-
sexually assaulted someone else after that?
no, only somebody else.
So once you've done that,
How old is she?
under 16.
Maybe 15.
So-
I'm not sure.
A while ago I told you, what would you do if you were in a room with that person? You said I wouldn't do it, but you've already done it.
Yeah, but that was we were talking about what happened when I was 16.
Apologies if the wind is strong. Right, so you're, I don't think you're quite. It's not sinking in what we're trying to say to you. So the first time you sexually assaulted a minor, yeah. Then you had to do work experience, helping out, right? Then it then become a second time, yeah.
Yeah, like 4 years ago.
4 years ago, it then become 4 years after.
Yeah.
Right, so 4 years
Something
after that,
Well, that was last year, so like
No,
4 or 5
you're-
years ago, something like that.
no. It was
After the
we're
first
talking about
time,
the
yeah.
second time. You said you've been caught 3 times.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
second
he's
time,
saying
like
after
4
the
or
first
5.
time, it's 4 or 5
Right,
years
okay,
after the first
right.
time, so pretty recent really.
Yeah. So the second time, that was talking to children online, yeah. Getting videos from a young
Yes.
girl in America,
Yes.
getting videos from other children in the UK. Was there any other countries?
Around.
So it's prolific. Do you understand what prolific means?
Yeah.
You've done it a lot.
Yeah.
So there's you was getting a lot of videos from a lot of children all over the world. Did you send those videos on to anyone else?
No, never.
You kept them for yourself. Have you still got those videos?
No.
Right. When you done that, what was the punishment you got for that?
Well, I just got the order. What
The sexual harm prevention order.
Yes, the sex offender list. Then
You sex offenders
I was
list.
supposed to go to what's it called?
How long sex offenders registered did you get?
I'm not sure.
Or was it lifetime? Was it 10 years?
Maybe 5 years.
Right, okay.
I'm not sure.
You're not sure right now. If I'd have been put on a sex offenders register, that would stick in my mind how long I was on it for. That would be the end of my life. I'd be devastated, and that would stick with me. I can't believe that you're so blasé about everything that you don't even know how long you're on the sex offenders register for. Right? Anyway, but that's by the by. So that was the second time. Yeah. You've then got caught a third time, or is this the third time? This is the third time.
Yeah.
So the first, you've been caught twice before, yet you're still doing it. Is there something in your head that makes you think that you're not going to go to prison? You're not going to get in trouble for it?
No, I just.
So
You can't
you're
help yourself.
wired wrong.
Excuse me.
There's something wrong in your head. That,
Yes.
So you,
Has anyone been to check your devices to make sure you're not online?
My officer.
probation officer.
Yes. He took my phone this year and
When? How long ago, roughly?
March.
Okay.
So your probation officer. So you're still under probation then. If with the
No.
lockdown, you'd still be under probation.
Yes.
So you're still under probation now, and you're still doing it.
You will be going to jail.
You're going to prison. You know that, don't you? You're going to be taken today, and I hope to God you're remanded in custody as of today,
Dangerous.
because you are a very, very dangerous person. Do you know what? When we get the logs, yeah, and I was reading through them today, and I was looking, I was thinking, do you know what? He's got a boob fetish. He's a bit like naughty, but it's not the worst I've seen. But then we was talking on the way up here, and we said, do you know what? There's more to come of this. This man, the things he's saying, this isn't the first time. We knew this weren't the first time you got caught, and we knew all along. We were saying, do you know what? When we're talking to him, so much is going to come out. We do this so much that we can tell. We know straight away when there's a reoffender. When you said you was a reoffender, I wasn't shocked. But do you know what? When you said you were a third-time reoffender, that's it, mate. I'm in complete shock that you're a third-time reoffender and you're doing it again.
Do you know?
And you're still behind. There's nothing. Do you have children that you in your care? Like, do you have young siblings?
Yeah, my sister.
And she's in your care.
No, she's just living.
She lives with you, and how old is she?
15.
Sorry, this was asked before, wasn't it? Are you ever left alone with her?
Sometimes, but mostly we just go to our rooms. That's it.
Have you ever
So,
touched your sister?
We just hug, you know, like.
but have you ever had sexual urges towards your sister? Is what we're saying.
No.
Right, you do understand, right? This is going to be absolutely devastating for your sister because the police are now going to have to ask her questions that she should never ever be asked before about her brother. They're going to have to take her to one side. Which, do you know what?
Did they do that the last
Yeah, that's
two
what I was
times?
going to say. I would be shocked if they didn't do that before.
No.
Has she not been spoken? She will be this time because I'm going to make sure of it. I'm going to make sure that they find out everything about you.
100%. And you know what? You are living proof of why we do this live awareness, because clearly you've been through the justice system and it hasn't bothered you, hasn't stopped you, hasn't halted you. You've got faster and you've got faster and you've got faster. So now you're going to be famous for doing what you're doing. So let's see what you do after this. You have literally made yourself famous for doing what you're doing in the wrong way. Do you understand how the general people look at a nonce? How do you think we look at a nonce?
Do you understand the word nonce?
But you are living proof of why we do these live awareness feeds. Because clearly not enough people knew what you were before, and you've still been able to swan around life doing what you've been doing for God knows how many years. Have you been caught twice before?
What do you label yourself as? Well, do you label yourself as a paedophile? Are you a paedophile? Do you class yourself as a paedophile? Yes.
Do you understand what a paedophile? What's your definition of a paedophile?
Talking to underage.
Not just talking. I talk to young children. I've got young children. What is a paedophile?
Having sex with under.
Right,
Have
so
you
you-
had sex with an under?
No, never.
Liar.
You're a liar.
You're a liar. You looked away.
I'm fine with that. Actually, I didn't.
Look me in the eyes. Twitching. You're lying.
I'm not lying at all.
But
Yeah, you
you
are.
think it's okay for young children to insert things inside
Taxi,
them?
my friend. Let me just-
There's the police now. They're going to take you away, and I'm going to enjoy watching this. I tell you.
Folder.
Folder's just down there. And
Going back
before
to when you first sexually assaulted that child, the first ever one you did, how did you sexually assault that child?
Hang on, there's a train coming. Show one moment, please.
Go on.
Hang on, wait for that train
wait
to
for
go
the train
past.
because we can't hear you.
No, okay.
Go on.
Yeah, how did you sexually assault that child?
Grab a boob.
You
grabbed
walking
her
in the
boobs.
street and you
Surprise.
grabbed her
And
boobs.
who was that child with?
No one.
No one.
She's on her own.
And how? And
Where was it? In the middle of the street, down an alley,
On the street.
on the street?
Yeah.
and you just casually walked up to her and grabbed her boobs.
Yes.
And you don't look at all bothered that you've done
you just
that.
don't care.
There's nothing in your face to show remorse. To me, you're coming across like you think it's normal what you've done. You're a typical predator. You're a sexual predator, and you deserve to go down for a very long time. The third time you've been caught, and I'll tell you what, I hope that we get called to court, because I want to be there, sitting in that courtroom, looking you in the eye like I am now, and watch them send you down.
Watch you go down.
I want to watch you go down. Do you know what?
We'll
I do.
all be
I
there.
do a lot of this, and I never ever lose my temper. I never let people affect me. I class myself as being quite professional when I do this. Earlier, when we was talking, I had to walk away because of the things you were saying. I've never ever let it get to me before. You've got to me. The fact that you're not bothered. You're looking at me now, and
You're just
I'm winding myself up because of. I can't believe I'm letting you get to me. But I want to watch you go down. I want to see the judge give you a proper sentence that you deserved the first time you thought it was okay to walk up to a young girl and touch her breasts, and then the second time when you was asking people to do things online and talking to young children, and then still, whilst you're on probation, you're doing it again. You're not normal.
Oh, you will be going to prison this time, mate.
Right, here comes the officer who's going to take over now. I've got nothing more to say to you. I'm very rarely lost for words, but you've.
Animal.
Yeah.
Absolute scumbag.
Hello, officers. Right, we're going to put the camera down now.
Hello, are you okay? Hello, mate. All right.
I ask you to?
Of course,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
problem. Right, hi everyone. The officers have just asked us to move away while they talk to him. Apologies for losing my temper and letting it get the better of me. I don't normally act like that, but do you know what? I've never, ever come across someone like him. The fact that he's still on probation, he's still doing it. He's talking to... Oh, sorry, I'm getting myself upset. I've got young children myself, and the fact that he could be doing that... Anyway, I'm going to stop talking. A message just come through. I hope they find the young girl in America. You know what? So do I. That poor girl. What must be going on? Like, and the fact that he really isn't bothered by it at all. He's just forgotten who she is. Not even bothered about her. And that poor girl is probably suffering every day of her life with what he's done to her. Someone's just said this one is the worst. One of the worst, and we should be proud. You know what? I will be proud, and like I said to him, I will sit opposite him in a court like the rest of us will, and I will watch him go down. He's an animal. No, I'm not. He's done me. He has proper done me. The police pack should be. Is it in here? No, it's just in a folder. In a. Is it in here? No.
It was on the top of the dash.
Is it in that folder? Is it in the back of that folder?
Is it a broken folder?
No, it's in a sleeve. No, it's not in there. We've got it. I've printed off a copy, exact copy of that. Yeah, we'll go up here. Sorry.
I'll get you go close that, right? Well.
I'm shaking. Sorry, people.
No, that wasn't really actually.
A lawnmower? No, the other pair.
There's another a folder like that. No. It's in one of these sleeves, and it's.
I won't touch that.
No.
No.
I ain't seen that.
Oh, then they want us to come away. We'll
Right, I have never had any dealings with you guys on the
No.
probation here.
Oh, wait,
So
oh, boy.
what's going on?
He's a paedophile. He's been caught 3 times. Yeah, we're live. No, he's under probation at the moment. He's got a sexual harm prevention order. Yeah. No, you weren't filming you.
Sorry,
You're not filming.
I'm sorry. I just didn't expect that.
He's got a sexual harm prevention order against him.
Okay.
He was caught 5 years ago doing it, and he was made to do he said work experience, but community service. Then 4 or 5 years later, he got caught again. The first time he got caught, he grabbed a young girl's boobs just in the street. No, I think he said she was about 15. Oh yeah, there's the police car. Yeah, so he grabbed a young girl's boobs just walking down the street, just grabbed them. He got community service for that. He got community service for doing that one. Second time he got caught, he was talking to children online all over the world. A young person. He got put on the sex offenders for that. He's currently on probation for that offence. He said his probation officer come to him in March, and then because of lockdown, he's not seen anyone. He was told not to go online, not to talk to children under 16, yet he's still doing it. So he's a wild predator.
Yeah, I'll go through. How do you guys?
So we are an online child protection group. Like, I don't like to use paedophile hunters because we're not really hunters. We're just protecting children. We've got decoys. He started talking to one of our decoys on Facebook. Straight away, as you can see on there, straight away he's got a fetish with breasts. I mean, to the point that my friend here was could see that he was staring at you. When we was filming, he was clearly staring at you. You had to turn around.
Yeah, it's a bit uncomfortable.
So straight away, Matt, you can see that within 2 messages he's showed your boobs. And then it just gradually, you can see you've got your copy of it now. It just gets worse and worse, and so we then you don't coerce them, you just carry on talking until they initiate a meet. We've also got an adult decoy that acts as a 27-year-old lady, and he wanted to meet her for sex here, and it linked the 2 profiles because he used the same Facebook profile, the same phone number and everything to meet an adult here for sex. So we thought, right, we'll link the 2, we'll come in and we'll meet him and question him about that. I think we all knew that he was going to be a re-offender, just not quite the level.
Not to that severity, like.
Not to what he's just admitted to. I mean,
He's admitted, you see on the live, he's admitted to so many children he's speaking to.
all over the world.
Recently.
He's had
So
over
many.
eight decoys.
And a real child.
Yeah, and a real child.
On the 29th of June, he went and met a 15-year-old that he wanted to have sex in the woods with. But he's just not bothered. You look at him now. He's talking to 2 big burly policemen, and he don't give a shit.
No.
Sorry, I didn't mean that.
No, it's alright. I'm just going to keep going.
Of course, yeah.
He hasn't been violent or anything.
No, I will say for him, I don't think he's got a violent. He's not. He'd be violent towards children, definitely. He'd rape a child. Without a shadow of doubt, I do not doubt that he would rape a child. But he's not. Yeah. I don't think he's all there.
He's very smug, isn't he?
Yeah.
Nothing sunk in.
Yeah.
I don't think it's not sunk in. I just don't think he cares because he's got away with it. He's got away with it twice. He just thinks he's going to keep getting away with it. It's Feely all over, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a crazy situation.
Yeah. I need a beer.
I was just saying that we go to the pub on the way home. As soon as you read yesterday, I think we should go today. Always takeaways, one of the 2.
Put the camera down, guys. Policeman. He's not very happy, that one.
Oh, sorry, I'm in the way. You know what? There was a point I had to walk away. He got me. I was looking at him thinking, I'm going to smash this cunt in the face. I was so close to him. I just stood on his nose. Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
We went on a weekend. Right, sorry if we've gone a bit quiet, people. We're just having a little discussion with the police officers that are here. Just reading the comments as they're coming in, sorry.
Why do we listen to such seriously? You're in like that.
Yes.
Mate, he done, mate. Tracy Webster, oh no, sorry, it wasn't true. Jane Britton, would the police watch this live video at some point? Yeah, they will. This will be used as evidence. That's why we document it live, because it can be used as evidence. Also, for us to go back on if we need to say anything in court, we've got everything as a reminder. Yeah, one very dangerous individual, definitely. Yeah, very, very dangerous. Huh? Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're still live.
Oh, brilliant. Let me just do a quick.
Team, you've done very well. Very professional executed sting. I'm in tears. Thank you from a survivor. Yeah, what we do is for every survivor out there. I mean, I know a lot of people say, oh, they're fake kids, but this one has proved that he might have been talking to a couple of fake kids, but he's also talking to a lot of live, real children, and he's getting them to do things. So this just shows what we do has now hopefully stopped him from doing it again.
Alright guys, I just want to say a massive thank you for Bonnie and Robin from BPL and Chris Hunt from J4K. Absolutely amazing, smashed it guys. I don't think we all realised what can of worms we were going to open up.
You know what, but on the way up here we were saying it, weren't we?
Yeah.
Didn't think it was going to be that big though.
By one of Broken Dreams and Kate Decoy for joining us. I'll pass you to Sam. Yeah, we're going to keep this one. Yeah, it's fine. I've given them the other unpack, so I'll keep it.
Right, he's being handed over to the Met Police now. Today, 14.
No, the adult.
Oh, the adult, 27. But that's not.
We want to know what the offence is for today. Is the engagement in sexual activity with child under 4.
Engaging in sexual activity, and the rest will come out of
Under 4. But the girl that she was supposed to meet is 14. Was supposed to be 14.
No. His chat logs is a 14-year-old. The woman he met today was an adult decoy that brought him away from the house, so we didn't have to knock on his door.
Yeah.
We didn't want to knock on his door.
But he was expecting to find a 14.
No, an adult today. But it links the two. It links him to the child.
So there's two reasons we've got him on an adult decoy. One, it links the profile that they've been talking to with the kids. Yeah. He's here. He's met the adult, so it's the same person.
Oh yeah, completely. Yeah,
the other reason
it was
well, the reason he could say that's not my profile, but because the adult decoyed him on the same profile, he's here to meet that adult decoy. So it's the same profile. He's been talking to the kids as you link for the profiles. He's also on WhatsApp, and the other reason is knocking on someone's door, guys. It's just
all the chats and everything in there, innit?
Yeah,
that's the majority. It's got to be updated because he's been in contact till we got him. So when it comes over,
that he's sent.
Yeah, everything's in there. There's the only thing that isn't in there. He sent a video. He's got a YouTube video thing, and he sent a link to he sent a YouTube video, didn't he?
Yeah.
But obviously we can't put that in there.
I don't know if that was part of the tracking or whether he sent it. Did he send it to the decoy?
Oh, I don't know. Was that part of the tracking? Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. And then what we'll do when we get to custody, so if we just do it for that one, and then when we get to custody, we can just do all
that's
the
what
other
they normally do,
offences.
yeah.
Because then we can go through that.
Yeah, he's also been using other people's photos, like not of himself, which is a common thing with him because the last time he got caught, he was using someone else's photos. Yeah, a friend at college, and when we showed him the photos are in there of who he put down. 21, he says. Yeah, 3 times since 21. But he's been caught 3 times. This is his third time he's been caught. So and that's been in the last 5 years. So since he was 16, the first time he'd done it when he was 16, he was walking down the street and grabbed a young girl's boobs in the street.
Okay. Right,
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
No, I swear, that's like.
well, it's just to say what's happened here. Obviously, they're quite good in custody when I had it, when we done it before. Alright, no. We'll just be here.
Cheers.
Thank you, guys.
If you need anything, we'll still be over here.
My colleague gave you her email, didn't she?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Right, the cuffs are going on now, people. The police have asked us not to film this, so out of respect for them, I'm not going to show this because they've been great and we don't want to do anything to spoil our relationship between them. So, unfortunately, you're not going to get to see that. But I'll commentate. Yeah.
How can I call you?
Mike.
Right, just walking away because Sheriff Hunter's given his details, and obviously we don't want them going over on the live.
Few people are like it. Des.
Huh? I'm going to go over the other side. Right, a little bit of commentary. He is now currently getting ready to be cuffed.
Searched.
Oh, it's been searched.
Yeah.
So out comes the evidence bag for his phone. It's not that we don't want to show him being put in the van. The police have asked us not to show it, so we always show them the courtesy they deserve because they show us the courtesy we deserve. So if they've asked us not to, we won't. When I went and picked Sheriff up, his dog jumped on me and left a mark on my top. Someone's just said, you need a bit of vanish on your yeah, I filmed my dad.
Stop lying.
Yeah, a dog jumps up on me and put his muddy paws on me.
You're a sloppy eater.
Yeah. Right. He's now being searched. His belongings are going in the evidence bag.
Phone, wallet, phone charger.
And Wolford, how long does it take for you to steady down after Sting, guys? Do you know what? It doesn't normally. I think I can switch off. It don't normally affect me, but I think this one sort of got me a little bit. So I'm going to right. I'm just going to pass over because I've got to go and give my details. But yeah, this one will take a couple of hours or so to chill out with.
Alright guys, Sheriff here. Massive credit to Joe Hunter there. Kept us cool. Everyone kept us cool. Brilliant job. And this one again is going to open the right kind of worms. So I do want to say to all the people that think we should move on from the dating sites, this is why we don't. Because they're still there. They're still communicating with real kids, as he's just openly admitted. So yeah, so the likes of Des Richardson that think we're a bit It's all fake children. There's real kids there, as has been proven today. Real kids. Massive respect again to BPL. Smashed it. He's now in cuffs, guys. And his life will be changing from today.
How old are you, madam? How old are you?
They can't ask me young lady that.
Right, listen, can you remember when you were 21? What year was that? Did you what?
Well, you don't look it.
Well.
Brilliant response from the Met and British Transport Police today. Lovely people.
Flirty, don't worry about that.
Always say this, you know, I love working with the Met Police. We're so lucky to be on London's doorstep here because Met Police are just awesome. They are really awesome. They take this really seriously as well, and I love that. And we're sat here with Transport and Met Police, and both forces have been
Oh, was that British
brilliant.
Transport Police, isn't it? I didn't notice that. Oh, that's why they was here so quick then. It's on, yeah, Met Police are here, but that, I wondered why they got here so quick. It's BTP, isn't it? Because we're on station property.
I'm giving my
Oh,
nuts
I shouldn't
a
have said that.
rest.
They don't know what station we're at, though.
Give you a tea. Paddington. Big shout out to the old Bill as well, Sheriff.
Yeah, I just did, mate. Yeah, they've been brilliant.
Always are. Except in Wales.
You should have a sexy voice, you made up for it. I probably should have a sexy voice anyway. It wasn't, so. I told you.
Yeah, she rang me the other day actually. No, she's on my station.
Awesome, Tony. Much love, mate.
Oh, listen, I love this team, and I mean that. I mean, I love this team because it is. We're all nice and that. We all work together, and we're none of us are shouting, none of us are bawling. Mate, you go back and watch what you did today. You let him get in there.
Yeah,
That's all I've, go back and watch it.
I know I did. I had to walk away. That's right.
Again, you know, massive respect to Joe, who's done most of the confronting on that, and he had to walk away. I've never seen him had to walk away yet, so, you know, it just goes to show, when you're looking at someone looking so smug at you in the face that's done this, it's just, you get an urge yourself.
When you get in the van, try not to get that van.
You don't see anything different.
You just said don't film them. Just light them up when you stick them in.
Yeah.
We've got to go and give statements, or?
I'll sort that out after. I think they're going to do the MG11s over the phone.
Oh, cool.
Helps us out. We can go straight back and wait.
Still I need a brandy.
What we do is we go back to Croydon, leave the van
Yeah.
we go to the pub.
You know, but as I was saying, guys, this is one reason Hunter's team still work these dating sites. So there's hunting teams across this country that are working so many different apps, 24-hour live apps, kid apps, dating apps, and this just goes to show that we've got to be sitting on them still until the internet is more regulated. We are going to have to sit on them dating sites because this is what happens.
Turn round. You got pants on, Sam? Or you've gone commando?
Stop checking me out. My missus is probably watching.
Show him. Turn round. Don't look like don't.
Leave me out of it.
And just, there was a question earlier saying like, how long does it take to get over something like this? This is like, we have a little bit of banter between us, and it helps. It doesn't it though? It helps you just relax and forget about what we've just gone through.
Of course, yeah. Without the banter, it would be a pretty dull place we work in,
Yeah.
isn't it?
You just got to switch off and remember we're helping.
We're just going to keep this on, guys.
This
so
one's
I can,
worldwide. That's the scary thing. This one is worldwide.
Yeah. I'm going to keep this on just so I can go right up to the car and get this mug shot on there.
Dinner.
Just whilst we're a bit quiet and waiting for this, there's a lot of people out there that seem to think that hunters and that catch harmless, helpless looking people, and that's another question I wanted to answer quickly whilst I've got it alive. It's the most silly comment I've ever known, because it's them harmless, non-violent people that are actually sometimes one of the most dangerous when they're using vulnerable kids. And I just wanted to clear that up.
Damage more lives.
Yeah, damage more lives. I mean, you don't have to be muscle-bound and good-looking to think, that's the ones that got to get caught. It's the guys that prey on the vulnerable kids.
I wish I could do that. Not
Glad I wasn't.
Oh yeah! He's giving it some.
Yeah, all the comments coming in, it's so true. Anyone's capable of abusing children. I mean, we've done this a lot, and I've seen people like this guy's 21. I've seen people 61. Doesn't matter age, race, religion, anything. They're all capable.
Brains. Can you go off your own?
Yeah, I know it's already been said, but massive shout to British Transport Police and the Metropolitan Police. They was out really quick. They're thoroughly going through everything. They've gone through all our logs, checked everything. They're now having a good chat with him. Yeah, even those who you never think would abuse children do, and the lives it destroys, the knock-on effect. Facebook is what he started on.
You'd be best to go and have a look, yeah. please do it. When they go, do it myself.
He said he's got a games machine that he plays online games, and he talks to people online on his games machine.
With him being a real fender, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah. No. We will do. So I'm just wondering whether I'll let her.
He said he
myself and get it done.
He said he spoke to someone or see someone from America.
Yeah.
Spoke to Joe from America on online gaming. You speak to a lot of people from across the water, like far away, and he apparently got videos from this 13-year-old girl.
But I think that was through Facebook. He done that.
Was that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, video calling. Yeah. Yeah, worried about his poor sister. Yeah, you're not the only one. I mean,
Talking to some people online.
he was quite open and upfront with a lot of things. And when he was asked about his sister, he did seem quite shocked that we'd asked that. So I like to think he hasn't done anything with her. But the horrible thing is, she will need to be asked a lot of questions that she shouldn't have to be asked. I'll be amazed if she wasn't asked that the previous 2 times though, so maybe she's used to it.
She weren't when getting
Yeah. No, hopefully he doesn't get bailed. You know what, I'd like to see this guy get remanded straight away. He deserves it. The amount of times he's been done and for the things he's been done for, I would like to hope this guy gets remanded into custody straight away. Yeah, that comment there, he was very open up front, so what is he hiding? Yeah, if he's willing to divulge the amount of stuff that he did divulge, what is he actually keeping secret? Because he was very quick to tell us certain things. There's got to be some things he does want to keep quiet. Yeah, that's a power bank to charge the phone. Last thing we want is to be doing this and the phone die, so always have a couple of power banks.
For a van to grab him.
Right, just waiting for the van to turn up. As soon as the van turns up, we will sort of show you in a way that we don't upset what the police have asked us not to do, but we would like to show you him getting put in the back of the van because it's closure on the... All right, okay, yep, right, so just been told as long as we're not shouting any abuse to him, which we wouldn't do because we don't do things like that, we are allowed to show him getting put in the back of the van, so you will see him carted off in the back of the van. Yeah, he did act like it was normal. He's a nasty one, you're right. Yeah, he didn't seem phased at all, and like I said earlier, I normally don't let these things get to me. I'm quite good at switching off and not just talking and taking it in my stride, but yeah, he got to me, so yeah. Elizabeth Laurie, very sorry to hear that. Yeah, there's so many people that could have been saved back then, and it is a lot easier for them now to do it, but it's also easier for them to get caught.
Whilst I've got everyone here, guys, keep your eyes peeled. Stop will be stinging for us later on behalf of us. Stop's an amazing team, so stay your eyes peeled, watching the page. There'll be another one shortly.
Yep, TikTok. Martin Russell, how do you manage your anger? Do you know what, mate? For me, I can't speak for everyone, but for me, I have it in the back of my mind that I know that what I'm doing is going to hopefully see him get put away. So that's always in the back of my mind. I mean, yeah, I'd like to do like anyone. I'm a father myself. I would like to do other stuff to them, but I know that don't teach them nothing. That's not gonna. They're not going to learn from that. They're just going to carry on doing it. Justice is for the children, for everyone, if he gets banged up. So what keeps my anger levels down is the fact that I know, hopefully, that he's going to get banged up. Right, guys, look, there we go. That's his taxi home. Like we said, we promised we wasn't going to shout or anything. He's walking down now with the police. I'm not going to show the police officers because that's not what we do. But as you can see, I love this bit. This is what keeps my anger levels down. Showing him getting put in the back of that van. And that is what stops me getting angry, because I know I'm going to get to see this. Thanks, officers. Cheers, thank you. Right, there you go. That was Dave, whatever his name is. Yeah, so that was Dave, or we didn't get his full name off of him. He was Dave on the app. You've just watched him in the back of the van. He's in the back of the van now, cuffs, on his way to the local police station, where we hope he gets remanded in custody. I don't see why he wouldn't. Cheers, everyone. Thank you very much. Cheers. Yeah, and yous. Take care. Thanks for the speedy response. Cheers. Right, that's the police out of here doing their fit bit. Karen Paul, I've done the shouting for you, yeah, thank you. Everyone's shouting it in for us. We didn't need to, and that's why we try and keep it professional. If the police ask us to do something, we like to stick to it, because you never know, next time we might get the same officers come out to us on another sting around here, and they'll remember what we done last time, and then they won't even let us film him going in the van. So if we stick to what they ask, if they say to us we can film him, just don't shout. That's what we do. So next time they know that if they ask us not to do something, we won't. Right, so that's us done. Thank you everyone for watching. Great sting, great result. And yeah, a few people said go and have a beer, we deserve it. Yeah, there'll be a Swift brandy when I get home, I tell you. So thank you to everyone that's watched. Thank you to all the decoys. Thank you to all the hunters. Thank you to the security. Great job as always. And see everyone later.